Dow Chemical Company. Dow Chemical has a large workforce over their globalized company in over 162 countries with over 52,000 workers. Their plants produce over 6,000 different consumer products and make over $20 billion every year. Mike Biddle, an employee at Dow Chemical, researched for years on plastics and recycling. His funding was actually cut, but he was not deterred. He had devised a way to sort non-plastics from plastics and then separate the plastics by grade. Also, Dow Chemical and Huntsman Chemical Corp joined together to help start recycling in many national parks. They are placing recycling bins for plastics, glass, and aluminum wastes. Dow Chemical has also joined a force of over 2,000 other companies to create an internal and external security system to keep out intruders for all these companies, as well as hook up of their company's databases. This is to help people authenticate and develop anti-intrusion software. The Dow Chemical Company modern workers are not similar to slaves at all. They receive a very large amount of pay. An intern can receive up to $25.56 an hour. That's quite a bit of money for just doing paperwork. Also, there are very few safety hazards with the job. There are only the ones that have to do with corrosive or poisonous chemicals. But Dow Chemical is not all that it appears. They can and do lie, use false advertising, corrupt our politics, and poison our world.
You lied to me.
The chemical chlorpyrifos was being held in controversy in a PAN or Pesticide Action Network meeting. People were unsure of the safety of chlorpyrifos. People who were critical of chlorpyrifos were allowed a maximum of 1 to 2 minutes to testify against it. Dow Chemical scientists, however, who were supporting chlorpyrifos were allowed 5 to 10 minutes to speak. Next, Dow wants to spray a new Roundup formula that kills rampant corn and soybean crops that grow near residential and school areas that have grown resistant to the current formula, including glyphosates. Sounds alright, all they want to do is get rid of annoying wild crops. That is, until we learn that the new formula includes the chemical 2,4-D, an extremely toxic chemical that was used in the Agent Rainbow, mostly Agent Orange. Hello?
Hiện nay thì tại làng Hòa Bình này thì có khoảng 50 em là nạn nhân chất độc da cam thế hệ thứ 2 và thứ 3, chứ không phải là những em bị nhiễm trực tiếp. Bố mẹ, ông bà, các em bị nhiễm và di truyền cho các em. Và các em hiện nay thì đang được nuôi dưỡng tại làng Hòa Bình là khoảng 50 em. Trong số những em này thì có nhiều loại khuyết tật khác nhau, và những khuyết tật này có thể nói là thuộc loại là khuyết tật lạ trên thế giới. Vì những khuyết tật mà do chất độc da cam thì các nước mà không bị rải chất độc da cam thì hầu như không có.
Remember the chlorpyrifos? Dow renamed it Dursban and tried selling it as a completely safe chemical. A baby could sit on a rug saturated in it and not have any negative side effects. This was a huge lie as it caused many neurological problems, including a tingling in the limbs to a total loss of function in the limbs. This doesn't include the mental problems, including difficulty focusing, remembering, etc. For over 10 years, they were sued for false advertising. On top of this, they were fined heavily by the EPA for failure to notify them of the dangers of chlorpyrifos. Also, Dow Chemical Company is greedy. In order to save $700 million, they fired 5,000 workers and suspended 180 factories and another 6,000 workers. Lastly, in Bhopal, India, a gas leak from a tank that had held a toxic chemical called methyl isocyanate had killed 8,000 people. It left more than 100,000 survivors with diseases caused by the toxin or with critical injuries. Dow left each survivor $500 American and promised to clean up leftover pesticide later. After about 20 years, they finally began cleanup, but it was too late. The pesticide had seeped into the groundwater and was being drunk by the people who lived in Bhopal. How this can be linked to early exploration is that Spain sent explorers to new lands for gold and silver. While Dow Chemical Company is in over 160 different countries, they've expanded so far to increase their revenue by billions.